Today we're making Wowpats, which is our vegan version of omelets. 1/3 cup of chickpea flour, 1/3 cup of mung flour, and 1/3 cup of rice flour. We're going to mix them all in a bowl. The dry ingredients are 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon bicarb, 1 teaspoon salt, and 1 teaspoon dried dill leaves. You could use any herbs. Bicarb, salt, dill, baking powder. Give it all a stir. For the wet ingredients, we need 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and water. Mix it all in a measuring cup. Add to your dry ingredients and whisk. The batter needs to be thickish but of a pouring consistency, so you may need to adjust the amount of water. I'm going to be adding another 1/2 cup of water. This is the pouring consistency you want. For the filling today, we're going to use chopped tomatoes. Here I've got 1 large, divided into 2 portions. Chopped onion, chopped green onion, and spinach leaves. You can use any fillings that you like. For the tomato, we're using black salt powder, which will give it a slightly sulfury taste. It's a 1/4 teaspoon per serving of tomato. In the filling, we're also going to be using vegan cheese. There are a variety of cheeses available. The finer you grate the cheese, the easier it melts. Today we're going to be using cheese, grated cheddar style. We're going to be using 1/2 cup of grated cheese per Wowpat. We're going to be cooking the Wowpats in 2 fry pans. I'm going to spray it with coconut oil and keep the heat medium to low. Stir the batter and divide up the batter into 2 portions. It'll be roughly 1 cup per Wowpat. Pour it into your pan. The pan should not be very hot. Tilt the pan slightly so it sort of goes right to the edges. And now we're going to put melted coconut oil around the edges. We're going to cook this with the lid on a low heat until the surface looks a bit dry, which could take 4 to 5 minutes. Whilst the batter is still slightly wet, we're going to add the onion and the cheese so that it has a chance to cook. You can see it's bubbling but still wet. We're just going to add the onion. And the cheese. Put the lid on. The Wowpats have been cooking with the lid on low heat for about 5 to 7 minutes. I'm now going to add the tomato on half the Wowpat and a generous amount of spinach on the whole Wowpat. And then I'm going to let this cook again with the lid on. I'm going to add the tomato on this one. The spinach helps to melt the cheese. It looks like a lot of spinach, but it wilts down and it's very nice. I'm going to season it slightly with a bit of salt and black pepper. I'm going to check now if the Wowpat is browning underneath. It could still do with a bit more. The Wowpats have been in the pan now for 12 minutes on low heat. It's browned nicely. So now I'm going to make a cut along the edge of the tomato. This will make it easier to flip over. You don't need the lid on at this stage. I'm going to serve the Wowpat onto a plate. So these are the two Wowpats. You can put any filling. Fried mushrooms is good. Enjoy.